Here's one of the reasons that we're doing what we do today. Una Baudry is an avid runner who is about to embark on a brand new challenge next month.
One that could have been unthinkable just a few years ago.
Una struggled for years with what doctors thought was an anxiety disorder. In 2009, doctors at the Heart Institute found the real problem and saved her life.
Una Baudry spends a lot of time on the open road, pushing herself a little further each day.
This year I decided also to go for distance, so I trained for 3 100K runs, and I was successful.
But this passion for long-distance running is something she's only recently been able to enjoy. For most of her life, she struggled with an undiagnosed heart condition that she says impacted her behavior and outlook on life.
Before, I was fretful. I was a fairly nervous individual and high-strung.
Una thought her high-strung behavior was an anxiety disorder. Turns out it was her heart.
I'd be sitting here and it would speed up a little bit and then it would stop, and you feel a bit of a pressure as it skips ahead. And it's sort of like, oh, okay. You know, you feel your heart sort of just beating erratically.
A full transparency view there, please, MJ.
Doctors at the Ottawa Heart Institute performed a life-saving surgery to fix a cardiac arrhythmia, a condition that causes the heart to beat irregularly.
We are able to get the catheters into the heart and identify where's the abnormal heart racing coming from. Once that's done, we can abolish it with those specific small catheters.
Dr. Pablo Neri says the hospital performs hundreds of catheter ablation procedures every year.
It's more successful than other alternatives, and at the same time, it is a procedure that is minimally invasive with very small risks.
Now, Una is reaching for goals she never thought possible. After years of putting her passion on hold, Una laces up every day without skipping a beat. Next month, she'll be pounding the pavement in her first Boston Marathon.
There are no limits anymore. I'm pushing myself beyond them to places where I thought I could go before.
And Una Baudry joins me here. It's nice to see that you've got a resolution to this problem you thought was anxiety, right?
Absolutely, yes.
What age were you when you thought or were told it was anxiety?
Probably around 18. I was having problems, you know, in school. I'd have to leave the classroom because I'd start to panic because my heart would be racing, and I didn't really know what the issue was. So I did end up seeing a doctor, and they put me on various prescriptions to help, you know, calm the anxiety and everything else. And it wasn't until 2003 when I was diagnosed. Basically my heart all of a sudden went through the roof, my heart rate, and I put on my running heart rate monitor because it felt really strange. I thought, this isn't a panic attack, this is something really different. And when I put it on, it said 230, 250 beats a minute, and I thought, okay, I need to get myself to ER, this is different. And I was diagnosed then with an arrhythmia and an atrial flutter.
So you're not a typical patient, well, I guess maybe you're a typical patient because you've gone through it. What was the care like at the Heart Institute? Why should people give today to this institute?
Oh, it was fantastic. You know, I got there, I was very, very anxious, you know, oddly enough, because I didn't know what to expect. And when I got into the room, there were a lot of staff there, and everyone was just wonderful and really helped calm me down and talk me through it. And the procedure itself, you're awake for it. So that was a little terrifying in itself, but they were fantastic. It was a very long day for me. It was 6 hours, but apparently that's not unusual, and it's actually fairly brief. It can be as long as 18 hours, this procedure that I had. And you know, once it was done, they kept an eye on me. I did laps around the room like everybody else, the people with the pacemakers and everything, and they sent me home.
Okay, and you're healthy today and I'm going to run that marathon.
I am. I'm very excited.
Well, Una, thank you so much, and tell the folks at home why they should give, because...
Oh my God, they saved my life, and if I could take 2 seconds, they also saved my daughter's, because she was also a patient at the Heart Institute when she was 2.
Wow.
Yeah, different procedure, but yeah.
You've heard it here, folks. Pick up the phone and make a pledge.